Hello there, my name is Irina and I'm an English teacher from Vologda, Russia. Just the other day I took a guided tour around my city and it was so exciting to learn a few words which are no longer used. They are outdated either because the language developed in a particular way or because the things, the objects, don't exist anymore. Here we even have a museum of forgotten things, the things which are not used anymore and people even forget the names of those things. Let me give you just a simple example which is common not for Vologda, not for Russia, but for all nations, just because this thing is not used. It's useless now, and I'm sure our kids don't even know what this thing looks like. And this thing is a floppy disk. A floppy disk. Полинушка, подойди, пожалуйста. Полюш, а ты знаешь, что такое дискета?
Нет.
Нет?
Нет.
А диск?
Ну, да.
А дискету никогда не видела?
Нет.
Раньше, когда были старые древние компьютеры, они, как у дяди Павлика, только они были еще больше, был не плоский экран.
Дядька показывал.
Да. И
на фотке.
Там очень мало памяти было. Они прям вообще буквально для одного документа. Фильм туда не скачать было. In English, you can also find a lot of words and phrases which are rarely used now and can be considered outdated, old-fashioned, and forgotten. The first word is breeches. Breeches or breeches. Breeches. It's interesting that if you try and look this word up, you will see the following meaning. Breeches are short trousers that fasten just below the knees. When I first looked at this, I thought that it was about trousers, yeah? Pants. But my friend told me that it was actually about some underwear. In this situation, when you are not sure about the meaning of a particular word, you need to Google it and look at the pictures which are suggested by Google. And if we look at the breeches, we will see this. If we look at the breeches, we will see this. So this thing is not worn anymore, right? And people just forget about it. But this word can still be found in some phrases. For example, to get too big for one's breeches. This is mainly American. In the United Kingdom, they would say too big for one's boots. Too big for one's boots. So if a person is too big for one's boots, for his boots, he is behaving as if he is more important than he actually is. When the teacher made Peter a monitor, he got too big for his breeches. Or he got too big for his boots. The next word is to gallivant. To gallivant. To go from one place to another, usually for fun, for pleasure, with a member of the opposite sex. You won't be able to go off gallivanting like this when you have a baby. To spend a penny. To spend a penny. This phrase actually goes back to the Victorian times when public toilets were used and you had to put a penny to operate the lock in the toilet. So if you go to the toilet, you spend a penny. Some resources say that only women could go and spend a penny because men didn't need that, since the public toilets for men were free of charge. Give me a tinkle on the blower. Give me a tinkle on the blower, or just give me a tinkle. Call me. The word tinkle refers to the ringing of the bell, for instance, yeah, a tinkle of the bell. And the blower is a device which predated phones on naval ships. Last but not least is It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Which means it rains heavily. Russian people hear and see this phrase a lot because course books suggest using it. But if we ask a native speaker, they will say they would only use it for a laugh. Hopefully this video is useful for you and you will avoid using those phrases in your own speech. The only exception is too big for one's britches. See you soon.